Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hallowed Thrills back with another video. And today we have our second speculation episode of the season for this year's HHN event, as we got a new updated speculation map from our buddies over at HNNightmares. That map covered what may be coming to Orlando for the event this year, but they have also released something regarding Hollywood. So I'll be covering that as well for you guys over in California. But before we get into all that, please make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. And also, while you are at it, don't forget to go down in the description and check out my Twitter and my Instagram and give them both a follow while you're at it, and it would be absolutely awesome if you did so. And now, let's get on to some speculation. So we will start off with the new HHN 30 2021 version 1 speculation map for Orlando, as not a ton of things have changed since the last one, but we do have a new house, some new locations for stuff, and a show has finally been added to the lineup. Now, starting off with the most obvious of the three, as you can see, the Billie Eilish house is no longer on the map. As expected, but as was rumored, Creepshow has taken its place, and there's no saying whether this is the movie or the TV series, but either way, I can't wait to see what is in store for us if this turns out to be true. But you can also see and notice that even though we have a Creepshow house in the Shrek Theater now, the Scare Zone is still on the map, which I find a little bit weird, but it's all the way over in the San Francisco section of the park, which doesn't really make sense for me. But personally, like I said, doesn't really make sense that it's all the way over there if the house is all the way in the Shrek Theater. I would feel like if they are going to keep it, I would much rather have it in Hollywood so that they can have some sort of exterior facade for the house that can just simply streamline right into the actual Scare Zone, seeing that it's right there. But if they decide to keep it over in the San Francisco area, I don't think that this is going to stay as Creepshow. I think that this is going to change to either a different IP or another original, like I've said previously. But if they do keep this and it does go to the Hollywood area, I think that the house would be based on the movie and the Scare Zone would be based on the show, or vice versa. It would just be a really cool idea and have it and just allow it to flow together really nicely. But my one wish for this, and it's my little sort of speculation for this house, is that I know not a lot of people do not like these types of houses, and in the past they have failed miserably. But I would like to see the Creepshow house bring back the 3D house concept, where they give out 3D glasses to people and you can wear them throughout the house and it'll change how you view the house. The last time that we had a 3D house was at HHN 25 for the 25th anniversary as Asylum in Wonderland. This house didn't really pan out as well as people thought it was going to, which is why they haven't really done 3D houses. I also think was Lunatic's Playground a 3D house? I can't exactly remember, but I do think that they should bring back a 3D house, give it another try, and Creepshow would work perfectly for a 3D house, since they already have the 3D sort of aspect canon in the whole series, with it being just, 3D and 3D with comics and stuff like that. I just think it would be really interesting and have it a little bit differ from the Hollywood house that they had a couple years ago. Now, as far as other things that are on the map, as you can see, Brides, Tooth Fairy, and of course, the one out of the three that has been announced to be returning is Beetlejuice. They are all present on the map as expected, and oddly enough, the two that I expect to change in being Texas Chainsaw and Hill House are still on the map as well. But we are still a long way out from the actual event happening, so they might change, things might get shifted around, who knows. But as of right now, it's looking like all the houses minus this Creepshow one are staying the same. The only other big thing, updates as well for houses that I can see as of right now, is the new design for the Scary logo, which I absolutely love and gives me like really good like drive-in movie theater vibes, or like a 50s like a 50s style town, just really like old school vibes. And I really love the whole new logo design for it, and I'm really looking forward to that house. Now, the last thing that I would like to cover on the speculation map is the inclusion of one show to the lineup, and that being a Lagoon show, which I'm excited to be coming back, and hopefully I will actually have time and decide to see it this year. But the strange thing is that Fear Factor is still labeled as a U-Rest zone, which is odd that it is not another show area, because when Beetlejuice was announced by Universal and the announcement came out, along with it with the announcement was mentioned that there would be 2 shows coming to this year's event. So maybe this will change in future speculation maps, but maybe it's just the old classic copy and paste by mistake by Universal, where they just took an old announcement from previous years, changed a few things in it, and just sent it out without actually looking at it. Could be a possibility, or maybe we actually will have 2 shows this year. The Lagoon show, definitely I fully expect to come, as it's going to be easier to spread people out with that. I would love to see the Carnival Carnage return, but who knows, maybe we'll only get 1 show this year. But now, moving on to the slightly underwhelming HHN Hollywood map, or should I say HHN Light, because as it appears as of now, HHN Hollywood will most likely have a daytime event this year, similar to what Orlando had last year, showing off a few of the houses during the daytime, and that's it. Now, as of now, they only have 2 houses speculated being listed, being in the Mummy section as well as the Waterworld queue, which I find weird that the one soundstage that they do have available that they normally use for houses or mazes, as they say, for HHN is not currently being listed as being used. Now, the 2 houses that are currently rumored to be coming to their daytime event are Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the Mummy area and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch in the Waterworld queue, which even for a 2-house lineup, I think it's a pretty good lineup for a very small event, especially since Orlando's were just originals, and both of these are IPs. Now, I will say, going back in on where I was saying about how it's not listed that the soundstage is being used, as of right now, we don't really have any information or even like any rumors about anything going on in that soundstage, because not a lot of people are able to see what's going on there. Since you can't really get cameras over there, it's really hard to get video of stuff happening in that soundstage. So there might be stuff going on in there, but personally, I think that if this does happen, I fully expect that soundstage to be in use. And the 2 IPs that I think are going to be in that soundstage, if it is in use, are either Hill House or Beetlejuice. Either of the 2 are really big IPs that would definitely need that soundstage if it was to be used. But I think Beetlejuice would be the more likely of the 2. But moving on to the last part of this map is the Gauntlet zone. Now, as you can see, the Gauntlet zone, it's like an orange area in the middle of the map. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it really does interest the hell out of me. Like, I have no idea what this is going to even be, what it could mean. It could be just a normal scare zone, just a mishmash of a whole bunch of different scare zones over past years, original scare zones, anything. Or, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I have no clue, and I don't even have a guess of what it could possibly be. But that is it. That is all the news and speculation we have regarding HHN today. If you enjoyed, please make sure that you drop a like, and also go down in the comments and tell me some of your speculations, whether it be for Orlando or Hollywood. I'd really love to hear them. I'd like to get your guys' opinions and see what you guys think. But as always, I'm Michael, this has been Hollow Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.